So for those asking, here's my binge eating story in roughly a minute. So once in my life, I really wanted to be shredded to single-digit body fats, and if you go to the gym regularly, you could hopefully relate to this. You wanted to just diet as hard as possible to get the six-pack abs, because at least if you're interested in bodybuilding like me, I wanted to just simply at least reach there. So I hopped onto this trend of trying to roughly lean down, get as shredded as possible to get ready for summer season. And to do this, it is quite unsustainable, but it got me the results. I simply skipped breakfast or had black coffee, and then lunch I would probably just have an energy drink or maybe like a plain boiled chicken salad with essentially just leaves. Probably like around 200 calories. I'll try to save all my calories for the evening, where I'd have pizzas and maybe very low calorie ice cream, and once again like an energy drink that's low in calories, or maybe some decaf coffee, because I was a big believer in if it fits your macros. So I tried to follow this probably for roughly a week, and then that's when it snapped. I couldn't take it, and then I just essentially had a full-on binge eating episode. I'll try to focus on these binge eating episodes only in the evening. And then the next day I tried to make up for this my best by trying to undereat or eat basically nothing for breakfast and then lunch, and then have a binge eating episode in the evening, and then breakfast, lunch, restrict, and then binge eating episode in the evening. And I pretended, or at least masked it, as trying to be good by following the OMAD diet, essentially 1 meal a day diet. And I thought I was like essentially trying to be hard or like manly, trying to follow 1 meal a day whilst I was maintaining the six-pack. At the same time, my energy levels were almost zero, and I was having really bad reflux. Sometimes in the evenings, I'd be so full, probably 11 out of 10 full, that I wouldn't even lie down in bed. I'd just be propped up on the pillow and then just fall asleep of just exhaustion, because I couldn't really fall asleep sitting up. So essentially, it was really difficult. So I just had to escape this by essentially introducing regular meals. I researched on regular meals, trying to reintroduce the food psychologically, which would give me comfort and improve my mental state, essentially, because my mental state back then was terrible, and I wasn't even going out with friends. I was saying no, and even when I got this six-pack, essentially, like, no one even complimented. Maybe 1 or 2 people in the gym complimented me on like getting quite lean, but essentially that was it. I thought to myself, like, okay, is this how I'm meant to enjoy life? Terrible workouts. I felt like zero energy. I felt like death essentially during university, and I couldn't really focus on my studies. So that was essentially in a nutshell, my binge eating recovery story, and probably I've gone over in an hour. But comment below in a nutshell what your binge eating story looked like, or if there's a recovery story, what did you do? And I'll see you in the next video.